Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times, they'll mix their game up.
Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Hazard cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Seedorf. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, Peter, I reckon Dragan Stojkovic will be important here.
He's not the biggest necessarily, Jim, I suppose, but he is a multi-dimensional player.
Yeah, I think he'll have a busy time going past opponents. I think he has great ability to play anywhere across the front line and deliver key passes at the right moments, so that makes him stand out.
And his tendency is, of course, as his coaches have said, to keep things simple and to be utterly unselfish.
Yeah, it's certainly known for that too, and quite a rare gift in a player so technically accomplished.
Maldini. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Seedorf. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Can he get on the end of this? That is good alertness. And it's Lampard. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And this is Luis Suarez. Seedorf. Manchester United have quite a reputation for being combative. It's Luis Suarez! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Hullet. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Xabi Alonso. And he was quick to react. Knocks it into space. And it's been played through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now it's Seedorf. Now it's Hullet. Now he's running away. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Xabi Alonso deals with that comfortably. Schneider driving forward. Stojkovic. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Hullet. Distributed tidily. And he's had it nicked away. Stood up well to him there. Seedorf. Now it's Hullet. Impressive jump! Goal! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
What a header! Great chance! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Brazil really could have done without this. So we're ready to go. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Manchester United leading now. Now it's Hullet. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Swings in across.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And it's Yaya Toure. Schneider. Stojkovic plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Maldini.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
That pass just didn't quite work. Ferdinand is there to clear. Hazard. Van Bouten gets across to intercept that. Changes him with that pass. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Hullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Marcelo with the short one. The ball goes in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's in on goal. And it's Azar. Azar! Oh, that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Xavi Alonso looking understandably energised after his goal. Azar. Marcelo is always looking to play quality balls. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Big chance! And he should have made them pay.
Hazard has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
substitution.
Brazil choosing to make the first change. That pass isn't the best. Now that's well seen too. And this is Ibrahimovic. Looking to play him in. Not the most accurate pass. Nicely weighted ball. That's an excellent interception.
Brazil really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Tries one from range. Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Brazil have their second corner now. They've played it short. Oh, it's played into the area. Has another go! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Nedved. And this is Adriano. Marcelo picks it up out wide.
He was too tightly marked when that came his way. Not really much he could do.
And he's got his range wrong there. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Marcelo, great defending, strong and determined. Marcelo got a long way forward to join the attack. Oh, great chance! It's Luis Suarez! It's in! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Manchester, he's going for goal! Lampard, 75 minutes played. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Schneider. And he's cut it out. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Nedved. Marcelo. And that could set him on his way. And he's got the beating of his man. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, that's well spotted. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. That has not gone well.
Well, they're really trying hard to change the complexion of this game, and surely it's only a matter of time before they can grab a goal. They're absolutely pounding away to get it. It's superb effort.
Lampard. Oh, red. Nice interception. Marcelo. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now there's a fine ball. Adams with a fine tackle. He'll try from distance. Terrific from Mateus. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And what a climax we have here. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
I just thought that was going to hit the outside of the post for a moment there, but it just curled enough to catch the inside for a very good strike.
Brazil give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Real chance! And that's a good finish. And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
How they wanted to win, they did everything to win, but time has beaten them. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish.
So
what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
And here's Gullit. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
And this is Gullit.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Driving on and making good progress. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Seedorf. Now Yaya Toure. Now it's Ronaldinho. Couldn't squeeze it through. Hazard. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Perez. Now it's Guirassy. Oh, that's well spotted. Ferdinand, and back to the keeper they go. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Hazard. Seedorf, he's in a good position here. And they're quick to get it back. It's Hazard! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
He's being urged to shoot. Ronaldinho can see things others simply cannot. Forlan running with intent. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Hazard. This is a promising build-up. And this is Ronaldo. Space for him to turn and look. He has found the way through. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Now it's Gullit. Now he's got space here. Oh, delightful ball. That has been cut short. Well-timed, excellent interception. Now it's Forlan. Now it's Guirassy. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. That is good alertness. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kim Min-jae. And it's Perez. 30 minutes gone. That looks a cracking ball. Vieira. Perez. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And he's picked out the run. Oh, good effort! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Forlan. Well, they could break here, and he's worked it through. He's found a way through. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Forlan. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a good spell of possession, this. Wilshere. Perez. Half-time getting close now. And it's Azar. And here's Hullet. Saved off! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Towering header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Perez. He's a sharp little ball here. Now he's off and running. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And it's Hullet. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Azar. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Guirassy. That's it, 45 minutes up. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
Brazil really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Brazil are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
He's having a shot! Perez, can he spark a counter here? And here's Hullet. Well, that is one way to stop him. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Threads one in. Forlan. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And the finish! And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 7.
Brazil can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Brazil have broken through. It's 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
That's the throw. Good decision by the keeper, got that exactly right. Well, that is good, super running, sharp movement, came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. Borussia Dortmund are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when
There's the header! And he hits the net! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Serginho. Brazil do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Showing great feet there.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Brazil can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly.
Oh, good fly! Goal, Brazil! And again they hit the front. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Chance! And there's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Guirassy duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Substituição.
Borussia Dortmund have opted to make another change here. So again we have parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus.
Takes a shot! Goal! Brazil! Into the lead once more. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Brazil with the lead.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
And it's Kaká. He's picked his way through. Kaká! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Ibrahimovic. Mateus. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Substituição em andamento.
Borussia Dortmund making further changes here and in quick succession.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Oh, perfectly measured that.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Looking for a runner, floated through. He's shifting through the gears here. Shevchenko couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
It's Adriano! The ball has bounced loose now. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And it's James. Well, that's a little loose. Perez. Neymar. Now it's Shevchenko. Neymar. And he's quick to return it. Neymar proves just a little bit too strong. Mateus. Nedved. And that is as much time as there will be. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started. Free-flowing, fluid, flexible, just some of the words that describe the genius that is Ruud Gullit, a player whose impact on the game remains so profound, so relevant today.
Yeah, you could almost say he was the very first all-action, all-athletic number 10. All those marauding runs from deep, going box to box, these weren't the sort of things expected from a playmaker back in his day.
And it's Hazard. Oh, there's a probing ball. Luis Suarez could move up a gear here. Oh, that's a key interception. Nicely aimed pass. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, delightful ball. And he's there to belt it away. Yaya Toure. Hazard. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Chance, surely! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Brazil have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Hazard, good, strong midfield running here. And he shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Hullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Corner number 2 then. Getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's Hullet. And this... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Seedorf is onto it in a flash. And it's Hazard. Yaya Toure. And he's there to retrieve it. Cristiano Ronaldo. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Seedorf really needed to...
Oh no, what has happened here? And they're quick to get it back. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Rummenigge.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rummenigge couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah,
Luis Suarez! And there's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Rummenigge. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. This is a promising build-up. And he's quick to get rid. They've won a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Bale goes short. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Cleared away. And that signals the end of the first period. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch, this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Second half is up and running.
Brazil are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
It's a pretty loose pass. Yaya Toure. Seedorf.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bale is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Yaya Toure. Ball comes in. Rijkaard. And it's Seedorf. Maldini. Rummenigge. And the counter is on. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Yaya Toure. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Azar. That's a nicely shaped ball. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. Yaya Toure. Azar, very much a man of this moment. And this is Hullet. Pepe. Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. Nice sequence of passes, this. Yaya Toure. Toure was in no mood for any of that. And here's Hullet. And they're back on the ball again. Yaya Toure. And it's Rijkaard. And this is Azar. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's all alone. Brazil can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well read, nice interception. And he thumps it clear. And he's quick to snatch it back. Driving forward. Hazard, who's set up one goal so far. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Brazil really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And here's Hullet. Ronaldo stood his ground strongly. Azar. Rummenigge. Looking for the run. Varane promptly onto that, and that is that. Threads one in, and it's been played through. It is a corner.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Camisa 10, camisa 20,
Getting
camisa
up there!
42, camisa 7.
Second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Camisa 11, camisa 39, camisa 14, camisa 9, camisa 18. Substituição. Substituição em andamento.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Can he finish? And that is wildly off target. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And he's there to clear it. Taken back almost at once. Space for him to turn and look.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Adriano. And he's straight offside.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Two minutes to be added on. They huffed and they puffed, but that will be that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Brasil e Japão.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
He's not just a destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game. Quite comfortable in driving the team forward, and he can make those marauding runs from box to box.
He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Takes a shot! Pullet plays it in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lahm. He's a sharp little ball here. Keeper's got good distance on that. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It's a searching pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Lahm.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Seedorf ventures forward. He is through here.
That's good play from him.
Now it's Gullit. Lahm defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looking for options for movement. Robson is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Robson. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Maldini. Shifted upfield. Hazard. Cristiano Ronaldo. And the finish! Cristiano Ronaldo, a class apart, out on his own. That is a gem, an absolute gem. And Brazil take the lead. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
The first breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Vieira. And it's Hazard, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Ronaldo is herring after that one. He's not got that quite right.
Brazil can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Gullit, nicely spread. He has found the way through. Ball swung in, and he's cut it out. Lahm is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. 5 minutes till the break. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And this is Luis Suarez. And it's Hazard. Luis Suarez. Big chance! It's a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's starting to look very interesting, this. Well, that's the end of the first 45. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Brazil are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we are back underway.
Brazil have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Brazil disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Bellingham, who can single-handedly make a difference. Vieira gets over and intercepts. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Gullit. Seedorf. Lahm. Bellingham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now Robson. And it's Lahm. And he's intervened well there. Hazard, quality ball. And here's Gullit. Seedorf. Nice looking ball. James. Threads one in. Nesta deals with that comfortably. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Oh, that's a fine interception. Brazil still have the cards to affect this game. And he was quick to react. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Bergomi getting this one clear. Vieira. Seedorf receives it in a good position here. Desai. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. Adriano. Mateus. Ibrahimovic. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Hazard has created one goal already. No luck with that dink over the top. James, driven forward. Oh, that's a key interception. Hazard. And he goes cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
Van Dijk. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Adriano. That has been knocked clear.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's shifting through the gears here. Shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Mateus is there to clear. Van Dijk. And it's Lahm. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Hazard. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Bale. And he's there to belt it away. And that's a throw-in.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 4. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 5. Substituição.
Van Dijk. Nesta. And it's Lahm. Marcelo is one whose deliveries we all know about. It's Gullit. And here's Bale. Seedorf. Ibrahimovic. Nedved.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, it's played into the area. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
And that was nowhere near his best. Now, can they get him away? Aubameyang is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Stood up well to him there. Yaya Toure. That's Vieira. And it's Musiala. And here's Neymar. No foul, says the referee. Hazard. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Seedorf. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well-timed, excellent interception. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. And this is Nedved. Nedved stood his ground strongly.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Quarter of an hour played. Cafu cuts it out. Sergi is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Shifted it to the flank, back where it came from. Oh, that was vital. Oh, there's a probing ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Looking for options for movement. He's shifting through the gears here. Seedorf. Now the ball. Getting up there! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, good effort! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Cafu. Now it's Hazard. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Desailly calmly anticipates. Musiala. Musiala gets on his bike and on the move. Aubameyang. And he's straight offside. Vieira. Now it's Aubameyang. Half an hour played now. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Nedved. Yaya Toure. And it's Hazard. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar. Musiala. Desailly gets a foot in here. Oh, well played, well played. Sergi. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. And here's Neymar.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Ferdinand is there, and he can get that clear. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Seedorf. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Hazard with the delivery.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Manchester United have the chance to go the other way.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Yaya Toure. Musiala. Sergi. That's been slipped through. Can he finish? He's delivered all right!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break.
And that is all they have time for. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Brazil come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Brazil really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Pete.
Yaya Toure! Oh, cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Yaya Toure. Cafu. This is a promising build-up. Aubameyang.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Yaya Toure. Musiala quietly revving up. And that has sent him sprawling. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking to play him in. And he's gone looking for safety. Maldini being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
This looks promising. So we've reached the hour mark.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Seedorf! Seedorf! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Seedorf has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Camisa 20. Camisa
Oh no,
21.
no circumventing this opponent.
Camisa 7. Camisa
Your
4.
impression so far, Jim?
Brazil are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Camisa 39.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And smartly reclaimed. Musiala. Yaya Toure. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that's well seen too. Cafu wins the duel this time. Vieira. To Musiala. Can he get onto this? Adriano chasing after it. Yaya Toure. And it's James. James unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he was alert to it.
Brazil really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, this is a great position. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Some inspired work that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
Teremos uma substituição.
Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Driven in. Adriano! And that is doing no harm at all. Maldini. Ibrahimovic. Brazil very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
And that could set him on his way. And this is how... He's having a shot! It's a goal! Brazil are back in business!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Vieira. And here's Aubameyang.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Yaya Toure. Aimed beyond the defence.
Foram
Yeah.
indicados 2 minutos de
Confirmation that there will be
acréscimo.
2 minutes stoppage time. Spread it left. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played. And it's been hooked away. Another throw-in. Vieira. That's that, the end. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Nedved clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And here's Hullet. Great ball if he can get there. Caught offside that time. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Seedorf chasing after it. Rummenigge. This looks promising. He has found the way through. Chance! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a breakthrough already. And he's gone long. Michael. And it's Seedorf. Tries one from range! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Now it's Hullet. It's a pretty loose pass. Yaya Toure. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Nedved bops him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Hullet. And the counter is on. Pass is just off target. Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Hullet. Bellingham. Oh, they could break here. Ferdinand kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! The glamour and the glory! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
It's Nedved! Well read, nice interception. Seedorf. This is a promising build-up. Seedorf. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And it's Seedorf. Rijkaard gets on his bike and on the move. Ferdinand. Yaya Toure. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Looking for the run. And this is Hullet. Hullet!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Nesta spots it and intercepts. Seedorf. Searching pass he's played there. And that could set him on his way. Now, can they get it back? And he's made
Well, he
sure
certainly
that's
wasn't
not
in the
getting
mood
through.
to take any risks.
And he's had it nicked away. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Hazard. Rummenigge caresses it through. Oh, shooting chance! And he should have made them pay.
What a pass, one that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Rummenigge is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Seedorf. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a sharp little ball here.
There
Michael.
will be 1 minute added time.
Makaleli. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Can he get on the end of this? Spread neatly. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Varane getting this one clear. And that is the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Brazil will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And so we're off again. He's going to be disappointed with that. Bellingham, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. And it's Bellingham. Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, well played, well played. Hazard. Hazard. And he's intervened well there. Makaleli. Rijkaard. Yaya Toure. Gullit. This is promising. Gullit had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Bellingham has created one goal already. Seedorf. Good driving run. And this is Gullit. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Maicon gets into a good position. And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Maicon. Bellingham. Seedorf. And it's Gullit.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose. And a chance! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Coming on to replace him is number 9, Suarez. Substitution in progress.
Brazil are looking to go forward now. It's Luis Suarez. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Thuram. Ball played for Nesta. Maicon. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Nedved going forward. Oh, that's fabulous. Mateus. Is there any... It's Adriano! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
He's had it taken off him. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Impressive jump! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Marcelo with the short one. Delivers the ball. He leaps for it! And how did he not put that away?
Oh, and looking, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Pinches it off him. Van der Sar punts it upfield. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Marcelo. Now that looks a decent ball.
Brazil clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Knocks it out wide. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Corner number 2 then. And that has been cleared. The Netherlands have the chance to go the other way. Rummenigge. Luis Suarez. Now this could be a chance. Now, what about this cross? And that's been well dealt with. Bellingham with the slide tackle there. Stam. Maicon conjures time and space where few can. And here's Bellingham. Just eases him off the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Not the most accurate pass. Nicely aimed pass.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Now, can they get him away? Marcelo has it out wide and in space. Marcelo, cross into the towering header! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? What a header! Flashed in with the... And that is as far as it goes. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unit... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
Played back in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Robson. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Xavi Simons did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing of the highest order, there's someone down there who always stands out.
Yeah, no prizes for guessing.
It's Sheva, Andrei Shevchenko, poacher, predator and punisher.
Now it's Shevchenko. Pedro Porro. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And it's Simons. Quarter of an hour played. This looks promising. And here's Gallagher. And Spence.
Such good technique.
Now it's Gallagher. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Solanke.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Gallagher.
Tottenham definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. Desai is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Shoots! Goal! Brazil! That was easy, almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Brazil, after 26 minutes, is number 8, Andrei Shevchenko.
Brazil have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Colomwani. Oh, this looks sharp. Now, what about a counter-attack? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Van Nistelrooy. He's having a pop! And he has kept it out somehow.
Van Nistelrooy really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. And a header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Desai, and it's Ferdinand. Van Nistel. Big chance! And a neat finish! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And yes, it's him again. Brazil are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Over to the right flank, and he's intervened well there. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Robson. 40 minutes gone, half-time closing in. Nicked it back promptly. Pedro Porro. And here's Colomwani. Can he get it through? Has crossed into the middle. And that has been cleared.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Spence wriggles his way through.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's it, 45 minutes up. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to
And now
resist
I'd
change
just like to
at
read
this
out
stage.
our fan club members who are celebrating
Brazil
their birthdays
looking good,
today.
feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
So the action resumes. Gallagher. Bentancur. And here's Gallagher. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Minutes is number 39, Hello
Just one in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Out of play for a goal kick. Pedro Porro. Danso. Kolo Muani. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bale just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, nicely intercepted. Azar, very much a man of this moment. Robson being watched hawkishly here.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Gallagher. Nicely spread. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That is lovely. Kolo Muani serves up a cross. Pedro Porro goes short. Forced to go back. Brilliantly cut out.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And he's managed to get free, and that's played in low. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Kolo Muani looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's Bentancur. And it's Porro.
That's positional gold. The utilisation of
Solanke! And he can clear it away. It's Bentancur. He's in a great position here. Gallagher! And it's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
After 71 minutes is number 22, Gallagher. Gallagher. Gallagher.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He's gone for goal. Good, strong hand by the keeper. No, he didn't quite meet it right. Towering header! Goal, Brazil! And they've got their lead back. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Brazil have their lead. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Van Nistelrooy. 75 minutes played. Bale. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Brazil clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Pedro Porro. And it's Bentancur. Played out towards the right wing. Gallagher. That's good play. And the shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. Tottenham can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And that was very necessary.
Brazil can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Brazil close now to seeing this one through to the end. Now it's Bale. Bale has it in a wide position. And the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He has a look up. It's and a chance! They want to be quick to recover this. It's Azar! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution on the field, number 22.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Solanke. Coming on the field, number 21, Kulusevski.
Bentancur clears it away. Real chance here. The cut. Impressive jump. Deftly away. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Shevchenko. Voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today? So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first-day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started.
Andrei Shevchenko, Peter, is a player who can hurt you in so many different ways.
Striking all-rounder.
Yeah, he's got the pace to get in behind, he's got the power, he's got the aerial ability, the versatility, the work rate. He's got it all.
One of the greatest strikers of all time, surely.
Very true.
Good claim, no margin for error there. Van Nistelrooy was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Ferdinand cuts it out. Vieira. To Hazard. Van Nistelrooy. Didn't quite work for him.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Decent chance! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That is ended up in no man's land. Wan-Bissaka cuts out the pass. And it's Wirtz. Now it's Haaland. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And he can clear it away. Vieira. Now, can they get him away? Wan-Bissaka.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Robson. Oh, perfectly measured that. Pass is just off target. And he's quick to get rid. Alexander-Arnold. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy. Silvestre. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's well spotted. And they've got rid. Now it's Hazard. And he's being shifted off it. Showing great feet there. That's a good foray he's making. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Van Nistelrooy. And that's gone loose. Park Ji-sung unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Wirtz. And this is Shevchenko. McAllister. And this is Van Nistelrooy. And he's intervened well there. Not the most accurate pass. Robson. Great chance! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a... And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
And if you do have a chance today, please take some time out to give your support to our Better Stadium Fund.
Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense
Hello,
of
everybody,
obligation
and welcome to
right from the
today's
start.
match.
These teams know they cannot falter. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
He is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game, and we're talking goal machine.
And the counter is on. Oh, he's all alone! And the finish! Brilliant from Shevchenko!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up call for the hosts.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. throw-in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And Burmo, Luis Suarez. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pass is just off target. And Burmo chasing after it. And they're back on the ball again. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And he can clear it away. That's a good run down the left. Robson is someone with real... Shevchenko! Oh, crossbar! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Manchester United are looking to break at pace. Now it's Cantona. Cantona. Robson. Now it's Shevchenko. That ball looks a good one. He has found the way through. Ping. A header! And that should get the job done. Burmo. Now it's Luis Suarez. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, played through for the wide man. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Robson. Great vision. That has been cut short. That's been cut out, well played. Aimed beyond the defence. Half an hour played now. Robson is the team's great visionary. Vieira. Robson. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Cantona and Burmo. And Burmo running with intent. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's a little off target. Derby heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Knocks it into space. Chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Oh, great leap! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Alexander-Arnold. Vardiol wins the duel this time. And it's Vieira. And this is Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Stam getting this one clear. And this is Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish of true class. With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Manchester United cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And it's half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Derby leading, but only just 2 on the scoreline. So straight into the second half. Oh, that's superb. Derby needed that, they really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Van Nistelrooy. Looking for the run. Oh, that was vital. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Derby clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
No way through. And it's Azar. Robson. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Burmo, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cantona, good take, and is he in? Cantona unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Just about up to the hour now. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Can he get on the end of this? Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Azar. Azar. He's in a great position here. Hazard stood his ground strongly. And that is well cleared. That's the throw.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 7, Hazard. Number 10, Cantona. Number 22,
stood up well to him there.
Number 19, Mbeumo. Coming on the field, number 8, Eze.
Shin to shin,
Number
bicep to
32,
bicep, and he wins out.
Tevez. Number 1,
Bruno Fernandes.
Mainu. Number 20,
And it's Yaya
George
Toure.
Best. Substitutions taking place.
Bruno Fernandes! And the ball's come loose here. It's gone for a throw-in. Best. Van de Ven is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. That's Vieira. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, it's come loose. Now it's Luis Suarez.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Plays a sharp little ball here. Corner number 2 then. There's the shot! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Vieira really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Manchester United making further changes here, and in quick succession. Šeško getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Vieira. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Substitution in progress.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Casemiro joining us now, a player, of course, who needs no introduction.
Well, not quite sure why he wasn't started, Peter, but at least it's a move that makes everyone happy.
Haaland. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's been played through. And a chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
Derby nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Van der Sar is there to clear. Well, that pass isn't the best. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. Look at the space here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's quick to get rid. Manchester United have reclaimed it. Best. And that's gone loose. And the referee brings it to a close. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph.
With the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt.
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling. Andrei Shevchenko, Jim, European Player of the Year, League winner, European champion, the top scorer in Italy on more than one occasion. It's an extraordinary list of achievements.
It certainly is. He really was the deadliest striker around, absolutely lethal.
Goal scorer, match winner, national treasure. He is all of those things and much, much more. Bernardo Silva. Robson gets over and intercepts. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vardiol. Rodri. Foden. Foden will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. A probing pass. Not the most accurate pass. Now, can they get him away? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Nico Gonzalez is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Looking to play him in. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. He's looking wide. Oh, super chance, surely! Of course! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And this is Berbatov. Looking for the run. Robson. Hazard. That is ended up in no man's land. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Ødegaard. Now it's Berbatov. He was under real pressure there. And it's Van Nistelrooy. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Van Nistelrooy. And he shoots! And there's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass. And
that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Just a quick reminder today, please refrain from parking outside this stadium.